Hi there, my name is Patrick Claudius. In this presentation, I'll be discussing on predictive modeling recommendations for assessing the pricing and variation categories on customer retention, analysis of cross-selling and upselling improvements using predictive modeling. So sit back, relax, and follow me as I take you through this slide. Starting from the benefit associated with data analysis and reporting tools. Data analysis and reporting tools have become increasingly popular in recent years as organizations and businesses across the world now relies on data to improve their operations and make more informed decisions. And so the following describes some of the benefits as well as the risk that is associated with the use of data analysis and reporting tools. My key focus will be starting on the benefits. The first one is it helps to maximize operational efficiency, so it maximizes efficiency. Data analysis in conjunction with reporting tools provide the means to automate and streamline data analytical processes, thereby helping to reduce the time and resources needed to generate great insights. And the second benefit that can be derived from data analysis is that it supports and improves decision making. In the sense that data analysis and reporting tools assist in detecting patterns and trends in data which may not be easily identified, thereby enabling efficiency in decision making. Thirdly, data analysis and reporting tools helps to achieve higher accuracy. Through data analysis and the tools that is used for reporting, the occurrence of error that could happen on account of manual analysis can be significantly reduced or completely eliminated, thereby helping to improve analytical accuracy and to derive reliable insight, which decision can then be based upon. The fourth one, it helps to achieve better communication. Data analysis and reporting tools helps in achieving communication on account of the insight derived from the processes. Stakeholders' engagement can then be more clearer, and concise information can be provided based on the analysis and reporting tools. Now, focusing on the flip side of it, which is the risk associated with data analysis and reporting tools. The first risk is inaccurate or incomplete data. Bearing in mind that the accuracy of data analysis and reporting tools is of course dependent on the accuracy or the completeness of the data set in use. Therefore, an incomplete data set or an incomplete data or inaccurate data would ultimately produce inaccurate insight or inaccurate results, which on the long run will produce or yield unanticipated or unfavorable outcome to the analyst or to data consumer. Another key risk that is associated to this to data analysis and reporting tools is bias. And so if data models or the data set, if it's been trained on data that is biased or being used or that is being designed based on the algorithm that is biased, right? So it means that the result that's be coming out of it will equally be biased. For example, data prepared on account of certain gender or racial or ethnic bias would ultimately produce discriminatory effects or discriminatory results because the source of the entire analysis is based on biased data. The other risk that is associated with this is misinterpretation of data. So the inability or failure to interpret insight generated from analysis and reports would of course lead to poor and inconsistent decision making because the data was never interpreted correctly. Another crucial aspect is the security of data. Considering that security plays a pivotal role in data lifecycle, therefore analysis and reporting tools may create security breaches and of course security concern, especially if sensitive data is not properly protected. And so therefore this can result to a full-scale data breach that will attract litigation to organization and in some cases lead to financial losses. The last crucial aspect in this regard is the reliance or over-reliance on technology. And so even though technology has proven beyond reasonable doubt in various occasions that it is reliable, but the need for human oversight remains very essential in the aspect of technology, especially in certain conditions where data analysis and reporting tools may increase organization dependency on technology, thereby leading to a lack of human oversight. And when there is no human oversight, empathetic decision will then be missing in the aspect of decision making. And so, because technology doesn't have the ability to make decision on account of emotion, and so on the long run, organizations may begin to miss out, may begin to act or become perceived as not complying with ethical best practices in the industry where it operates. Moving on to my next key factor. And so this point will look at the potential risk in data analysis, the forecasting, as well as the strategies to mitigate all of this risk. In spite of the usefulness of data analysis and forecasting when it comes to decision making, it is important to be mindful of the potential risk associated with these practices. So the following describes some of these notable risks, which I'll be speaking about shortly. Inaccurate data. Data analysis and forecasting can only yield accurate results if the data used is accurate. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the data analyst to provide complete and accurate data. Otherwise, it will lead to bad conclusions and wrong decisions will be made eventually. And so it is important that strategies be put in place to mitigate this risk by using multiple data sources, verifying the accuracy of those data before analysis is carried out. And most importantly, expert review should be sought before decision is then made based on the analysis or the insights derived from the process. Another key potential risk is misinterpretation of data. Essentially, misinterpretation or misinterpreted data will yield wrong decision. Strategies to mitigate misinterpretation would include having multiple review systems, and of course, before conclusion is made, using statistical tests and methods to ensure accuracy of the analysis. And of course, transparency must stay at the center of the entire process, thereby helping to get rid of limitations of the data or that may be attached to the entire process, and to of course help to identify errors that may occur eventually. Another key risk is bias in the data and analysis, which I have earlier mentioned. And so there are many potential bias that can affect data and the analysis of data in that regard. Some of these bias include selection bias, confirmation bias, and of course availability bias. Strategies to mitigate all of these bias include being aware of potential biases taking place and to take steps to eliminate them or to reduce them as the case may be, because sometimes it may be practically impossible to completely eliminate all of these biases. However, steps can be taken to reduce them by using random sampling techniques, testing alternative hypotheses, and soliciting diverse perspective or opinion from other members of the organization. This would help to get different view of the data and would guide and ensure that we achieve better decision on the long run. Data security and privacy. Bearing in mind that data collection and storage comes with security and privacy risks. Therefore, strategies must be put in place to ensure that data is stored in a secure manner. Access control must be efficiently utilized to ensure that um, different members of the organizations have access to different levels of information that is within their rank in the organization. And transparency should be maintained with regards to how data is being used, such that users are pre-informed on how the organization intend to use the data that is being collected. Otherwise, this may attract litigation to the organization and sometimes leads to financial losses. Over reliance on data. While data can provide valuable insight, it should not be the only factor to consider when making decisions. Strategies to mitigate over-reliance would include using data in combination with other sources of information, allowing human instinct to play a crucial role, involving experts and other stakeholders before decisions or before crucial decision is made, and most importantly, uh, keeping transparency at the forefront of every data analytical process while making provision for uncertainties and assumptions in the analysis would help to ensure that potential risk is identified and mitigated upon such that it doesn't affect the entire forecasting and strategic decision making process. Now, looking at those who benefit from data analysis and visual data representation. Data analysis and visual data representation indeed has a great benefit. There's no doubt about that to various categories of individuals and the entire organization. And so the number one key benefactor of data analysis would include businesses or the business in which the data is being prepared for. Right, and so this is not restricted to a particular business. Other businesses in the same ecosystem or industry can benefit from data analysis and of course the visual representation of data. Visual representation support businesses in their decision making process such that it helps them to identify patterns, trends, and insights that can inform strategic planning, marketing performance, or marketing planning, whatever the case may be, sales projection, and the entire business operation. For example, data visualizations can help businesses to identify areas where they are losing customers, period where highest volume of sales is recorded, factors that influences customers' decision, and the categories of product that sells the most as a within a certain region or demography. All of these would help business to be able to predict or analyze or to even determine or better still position the business on how it can make more profits. Analysis of cross-selling and upselling improvements. Cross-selling and upselling are great ideas, strategies, and ideas used by businesses to increase revenue and profitability. And so while cross-selling is a way of convincing customers to buy more of related products or more to buy more of product that sort of goes together. For instance, if I am buying bread, if someone is ordering for bread, suggestions could be made. Could be made to the person to also buy butter or tea in order to consume the bread. And so these are strategies used in increasing sales and to ultimately increase business revenue. Right, so while cross-selling is a way of convincing customers to buy more of related items, as earlier mentioned, that is complementary in nature, upselling is a way of encouraging customers to upgrade to a higher plan or to buy a more expensive item. Predictive analysis therefore helps businesses to spot opportunities for cross-selling and upselling, in addition to providing ways to optimize their execution strategies. And this is further discussed in light of the following facts. Identifying potential cross-selling and upselling opportunities. So predictive analysis helps in identifying potential cross-selling and upselling analysis, in the sense that it reveals customers who are likely to buy complementary and luxury goods, right? So businesses know, okay, such customers, these categories of customers will be interested in buying, luxury goods. They will not be interested in cheaper products. Or such these categories of customers are likely to buy this set of items once they buy this particular item. So the predictive analysis helps businesses to identify these crucial factors. It can help businesses to identify patterns that helps to detect trends and behavior that then shows the specific product or services that may be of interest to customers. Also, it helps to personalize cross-selling and upselling offers. Predictive analysis helps businesses in creating cross-selling and upselling offers to capture the interest of every of their individual customers. And this is done by analyzing their past behavior, preferences. Essentially, businesses can identify or can create strategies that suggest products or services to customers in a more specific manner, thereby increasing their likelihood of purchasing such products. Pricing and promotional efficiency. Predictive analysis can be used to ascertain the best product pricing at every point in time and to derive maximum impact from marketing promotions through cross-selling and upselling offers. And so therefore, leveraging on customers' responses to previous offers can assist the business to decide on the most effective strategic marketing and pricing approach, which would of course increase sales revenue, because the ultimate goal of cross-selling and upselling is to be able to increase the business revenue. Predictive analysis also helps in tracking and analyzing results. It helps business to keep track of key metrics, which is usually an important aspect of cross-selling and upselling activities. And this is done through predictive analysis, as business can now monitor performance in real time, monitor sales records, and of course to determine customers' behavior, which then helps to ascertain the most effective strategies that will yield or provide the desired result, which is to increase sales or possibly to make adjustment to existing sales strategies. Recommendations for assessing the pricing and variation in product categories. Pricing assessment and variation in product categories plays a pivotal role in a customer acquisition and retention process. And this is further discussed in light of the following. The number one thing to do is to conduct extensive marketing research. Marketing research helps business in knowing trends, prevailing prices for similar products, and to gain more insight on the preferences of customers or the business targeted audience. It provides information on the business competitive environment and to understand the gaps as well as the best entry points to differentiate the products that is in offer. Most importantly, this process enables the business to identify or to determine the best pricing strategies, which will then help to increase its competitive advantage. Secondly, it helps to determine customers' behavior. The analysis of consumer behavior provides insight on the effect of pricing and variation of product categories on customers' acquisition and retention. The usage of data analytic tools to identify buying patterns, the frequency of their purchases, and the customer's churn rates will assist the business in managing price and of course to manage product variation. It helps to understand what customers are looking for in terms of the diversity of the products to offer them, which in all of this in return helps to increase retention and of course promote customer acquisition. Another crucial recommendation is to conduct A/B testing. A/B testing, to begin with, is a factor that enables businesses to know the effect of different prices and product variation strategies on their customer acquisition and retention plans. It provides insight on the best method to optimize pricing and product variation that will yield maximum results. For example, tests can be conducted on different prices for a particular product using particular customer category, right? Such that customers are grouped in a certain category, and then a test can be conducted on what they are willing to pay for certain products. Segmentation strategies. This is another key recommendation. The development of segmentation strategies using customer preferences and purchasing patterns will assist in ensuring that prices and variation strategies aligns with the business specific customers, especially considering their categories, which then helps to improve customer satisfaction, improve their acquisition, and helps to maintain or retain customers on the long run. And this is described in this example. Customers can be partitioned based on their demographics and of course their purchasing histories. We can also look at what they are searching for on the business website. Look at their search criteria. All of this data can be collated together to be able to derive insights that will assist in segmenting them properly. Suggestions for perfecting data analysis using descriptive and predictive statistics. The suggestion for perfecting data analysis using descriptive and predictive statistics for precise and successful forecast, which helps in supporting strategic decisions can be described as follows. Number one is objective definition. Objective definition. And so this begins with the commencement phase of every data analysis process. We should ensure that the objective of the analysis is clearly defined, stating the actions and results that is aimed to be achieved from the analysis. So what the impact of this objective definition is that it will help to streamline and focus the analysis towards a targeted audience or towards a targeted strategic goals. The second one is to use appropriate statistical method. Bearing in mind that statistical methods are designed to solve specific problems. Therefore, choosing the right one in relation to the data and the research in questions will help to achieve desired outcome. For example, descriptive statistics methods like mean, median, and standard deviation present data in a summarized format, while predictive models like regression analysis helps in forecasting future events. And so therefore it is important to understand what is to be achieved or the target goals that the models is due to, so that the right decisions can be made in this regard. Quality data collection. Essentially, the outcome and reliability of every data analysis is dependent on the accuracy of the data source. Therefore, it is important to consider relevance and maintain high quality standards during data collection phases, since the success of the entire process rests on this key fact. Because if the data that is being collected is not true or cleaned properly, the outcome of the entire process will be faulty. And ultimately, whatever decision that is made out of that will not yield desired results. Data visualization. Visualization is an effective way of communicating results of data analysis. And this can be achieved through the usage of appropriate charts, graphs, and other visual tools to support communication. Essentially, data visualization helps in communicating the analysis intents in a more efficient manner, thereby helping the listeners or the consumer or the audience and stakeholders to gain better understanding of the information. Regular testing and model validation. So it is important to continue to test the models and continue to train the models in line with dynamism and changes that occurs in the industries or in the customers and consumers' behavior. More accuracy and reliability can be achieved when data is trained and tested regularly. External factor. The implementation of predictive analysis should be done by considering the present environmental circumstances. Like this include customers' feedback, climate change, economic and regulatory dynamism, such that the model is able to adapt effectively to provide reliable insight. For example, political changes in every environment has a way of impacting customers' behavior, especially in the Nigerian society. The period or the year of election always create a unique dynamism in business or marketing or consumer behavior, as people prefer to keep their money since because of the uncertainty that the new government may be coming with. So they rather keep their money or sometimes store their money in foreign currency so that they are able to hedge themselves against inflation. And so it is quite natural that businesses experience slowdown in the Q1 of every election year in Nigeria. Conclusion. My conclusion, based on the analysis and my research, is By following all of these suggestions, businesses can use descriptive and predictive model to make precise and successful forecasts that will support strategic decisions. Pricing and variation can be derived based on insight and data analysis, can leverage to identify opportunities to optimize operation and increase business revenue, which is the key benefit of data analysis. Accurate and reliable data analysis can help organizations to make more informed decisions and achieve their strategic goals while delivering outstanding customer experience. And these are my references based on the research made to provide this document. Thank you.